Hey everybody, welcome back. Still in the fall mode of doing leaf cleanup, pine straw raking, moving, spreading, that kind of thing. Kind of chilly today, a little bit of wind blowing, but I wanted to show you another little contraption I had made, kind of a DIY yard mat that I made to go behind the golf cart, four-wheeler, UTV, lawnmower, whatever you got, that you may use as a means of pulling something or whatever. So I'd seen something like this on the internet. I think Amazon, different places have what's called a yard mat. The same kind of contraption here. Quite pricey. I want to say it was over $300. Maybe not even quite this big. It's probably made of a little bit more heavy duty material than this, but I just happened to have this material laying around and thought, well, wouldn't be too difficult to make something like that for easy transportation of leaves, or you saw the video I did a few weeks back with the brush box on the front of the tractor. But this is more so light loads, and maybe if the wife is out in the yard and she's not interested or so much excited about getting on the tractor, she can just hook this up to the golf cart or whatever, rake up leaves or pine straw, transport it, to spread it out or transport it down to the woods. Just drive it, slides right across the ground, and I've seen people do it with tarps or whatever. It's not that difficult a task. But the only thing with a tarp, if you snag a root or something sticking up, you'll have to rip the tarp. So this is more of a little bit more rigid material that would survive any kind of snag like that. But I'll get up close and show you how I made it, and then maybe we'll rake up a little bit of stuff and see how well it works. So this is I don't know exactly, some kind of like hard rubbery plastic material. I'm not sure. It's pretty tough. Honestly, it was something, I had a rental property, and someone, there was a big sheet of it, left it out back, and just drug it out under the barn and said, maybe one day I'll find a use for that to cover something or whatever. I don't know if it's like some kind of rubberized roofing material or what, but basically I just cut out a big rectangle, and came here, got me a couple treated 1x4s here, and just put some, got like 4 bolts drilled through there, and put material between it there, sandwiched together, and then kind of flipped it up and put some wood screws along the edge there to make sure it stays clamped in there good, and then just drilled a couple holes. This was actually like a piece of I think a bicycle cable lock that I had laying around in the barn, and then just hooked me a piece of chain, so you can just easily hook it and unhook it off of your hitch there. And you drive, it kind of, when you pull it, I've got the cable, as you can see it, to the bottom, so when you pull on it, it kind of lifts that front lip up, so it doesn't snag, drag across the ground, so pointed downward or anything. So but let's see, let's see how large I made this thing. I'm not sure what size the one was it was shown on the internet, but I don't think it was this big. So it's almost 6 foot wide, just a little shy of 6 foot there, and then the length is just shy of 9 foot. So pretty good sized mat. But it works well. You get it, I could have made it bigger, but you got to think about where you're going to be dragging it to. If you're going down a path or whatever in the woods to dump leaves or whatever, you want to be able to get in and out the path without snagging something. But you basically can just drag it down the path. Either you can rake the material off, or you can just, being that it's lightweight, you just pick it up and sort of flip it over and dump the material. And then the good thing is you can just flip this around, just turn it around, and then turn your golf cart or four-wheeler or whatever around, and not have to worry about, you know, maneuvering this to try to get out of the, you know, maybe if you're in a tight spot or something down in between some trees or something like that. But, all right, well, we'll grab the rake. Now, normally, I got a little pine straw out here, but normally I would get the little, I've got a little yard rake that goes on the back of the lawnmower that I can rake that up without having to use a manual rake. But just for showing how this mat works, rake up a little bit and put on here and see what happens. Alright, let's see if we can drag that over to the area where we trimmed some bushes last week and spread it out. See how that goes. Okay, there we have it. Wife will be happy. Got everything all dressed up. Anyway, we might put some leaves on here and see how that works. Alright, we got us a little spot down the path here in the old pasture. So, put this, drag it a little more over to the edge. Go ahead and turn this around so we can go turn the a dog cart around, and it wouldn't be such a nuisance to have to deal with this. Alright, there we are. We got them loaded up. It's going to take that and dump it. Okay, there you have it, folks. Pretty little handy little device for gathering up leaves or pine straw or any lightweight materials like that. I may end up putting, you can see the edges do want to curl up a little bit, because so that kind of, you know, grabs some of the leaves and stuff when you're trying to rake on there. I may end up putting me maybe a couple of strips of like 1 inch wide flat metal or something, you know, along those edges to keep them held down. But anyway, cheap, easy way to help you in a day's work with fall stuff. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate everybody joining me. Hit that subscribe button if you would. I really appreciate everybody watching and commenting. Check you next time. Thanks.